Hi, Catholic nurses. Today we're going to talk about our outcomes and slash goals for the year. And we're really going to break it down and talk about how to set yourself up for success anytime that you set an outcome that you want to reach. Specifically, we're talking for the new year for 2023. This is now the start of the new year. And a lot of times I know I personally get super excited. Like, I'm really excited for this year. I feel like I'm really hitting my stride with like life coaching. I'm getting into my business more. Um, my kids are all out of diapers. Amazing. It's been like a decade since I haven't had kids in diapers. So I'm really excited for this year and ways that I'm going to grow and learn. And so I tend to overcommit. So if you're like me, it's easy to get excited about something. And so in the past couple of videos, I talked about listing out all your priorities for the year and everything you want to accomplish, all of your goals down to little things or big things and everything in between. And then going through and really looking at your list and what are things that you can cross off the list that don't align with your priorities for the year. So for me, it's going to be family, my marriage, organizing my home, my business, and my kids, which kind of falls into family, but um so then you're going to pick one outcome that you really want to work on for the year, one thing that you think will then kind of pull everything else together. So for me, it was to be more present with when my kids walk in the door and when my husband walks in the door, and specifically putting my phone away for 20 minutes during those times. So my kids get home at 4 off the bus. My husband gets home around 6:30 ish. And so putting my phone away during that time and really be present with them. So that's what I picked. So once you discover what you want to work on as your main outcome for the year, you're going to want to ask yourself, why do you want to achieve it? And write this out. Okay, write out your one outcome. And then why do you want to achieve that? So for me, I for one, my husband has asked me that this is something that would help him really feel loved. So I really want to strive for that. I also feel like if I am more intentional with my kids, um, I want those relationships to grow and foster as they're getting a little bit older and to really have more conversations with them. We're getting a little less out of the crazy busy, like, potty training, changing diapers, somebody's screaming and crying. I mean, we still have some of that, of course, but we're getting a little less out of that survival mode. And now I want to more intentionally focus on how I spend my time with my family. So that's why I want to achieve it. Um, and then if you achieve this for the year, what will that mean to you? So for me, it would mean having a better marriage. I really believe that if I am more pleasant or more um focused when my husband comes in the door, I really think it'll help our marriage grow a lot this year. So that I want to work on that. For me also, when I imagine this outcome happening, so my parents died a couple years ago, and when I think of my mom, when we go to her house, it wasn't a big house, but every time you came, like, there was so much love and laughter, and it was just warm and inviting. I want to be the type of person, because whenever you came in the door, she would always come around the corner and she was always like excited to see you, especially once we had grandkids. Um, that's how I remember her more as I'm older, is her excitement that you were coming to visit. So to me, when I imagine that at the end of the year, I've reached this goal, this outcome, like, that's what I picture. I want to be the type of woman that when people come in the door, I'm excited to see them, whether I see them every day or not. So for my husband, I see him every day. I want to be excited when he walks in the door. When my kids come in the door, whether they're fighting and arguing over chores that have to be done, I want to be excited to see them because they're my main focus. I think we lose sight of, we wanted this, we prayed for this. And then when it comes, it's different than we imagined, right? And so I really want to focus on loving the chaos that we're in and the season that we're in. And so that's how I imagine feeling when I see this coming to fruition at the end of the year. I imagine warm, inviting, loving feelings. Granted, I know it's not going to happen every day, but I'm really going to be intentional about it. And that's what reflecting back at December of 2023, that's what I want to see is more days than not. I was excited, warm, and loving towards my family when they came home. And then sit down and look at what ways are you already doing this? So sometimes when my kids come home, I'm more prepared. I have snacks ready for them. I try to be intentional and do their homework right away and stuff. But I'm not as intentional as I want. A lot of times I'm trying to finish up my work day. And so I'm on my phone, I'm trying to finish emails, things like that. So I am doing some of that. I just want to step it up to another level. And then also what are some things that you're doing now that you can continue to do or improve on, and then what things need to be different. So like I said, for me, I really want to work on putting my phone away for 20 minutes when they first come in the door. Oftentimes even like I'll sneak little like, oh, I'm cooking supper, and as I'm starting, like, oh, I'll just scroll Facebook. Nope. Like when my husband's coming in the door, I'm going to put that away. I'm going to give 20 minutes of intentional time. And so that's the main one. That's my main change that I'm going to try to implement. And you don't have to go crazy with it. Just start small, because like I said, I tend to overcommit because I get excited. And so I think just small little things. So I'll try to keep updated during the year of how it's going. So, and even you can update it every quarter, so like if I am putting my phone away for at least 20 minutes during the day, if that's going really well now through March, maybe when I go up to 40 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe after the kids and my husband come home for the night, I put my phone away completely. Like, oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. Like, I can't even picture that right now, but that's what we're going for. Okay. Something that like we can start small, but by the end of the year, we're going to have an amazing goal that we hit. So I hope this was helpful. Check out catholicnursecoach.com to sign up for one-on-one coaching with me, and I'll see you soon.